session. All right, everyone, happy Sunday to everyone. So
Yeah.
today's class is going to be, I'm going to introduce you to ABAP. What is an ABAP and why should we learn? And what is the purpose of this particular course? And what kind of jobs we can expect if you learn this particular course? And what would be a real-time scenarios, like what kind of tasks or roles and responsibilities if you get into a job? So these are the major topics we're going to discuss about, like a very introduction. So we're going to learn about like a basic information about ABAP. So it's completely like I'm introducing you a application. It's kind of a programming language first time. If you don't know anything about ABAP, right? So we're going to start this from the scratch. Whether you have a experience in IT or no experience, or you are a fresher, and like for example, let's say you're working into a different a different field, like non-IT fields, it doesn't matter. So whatever your status right now, irrespective of whatever the status you have, we're going to learn everything from the scratch. And end of this class, you can understand what would be a type or style of the teaching. Anybody can learn this course. Even the 10th class student also can understand. That is how we're going to start the class from the scratch with the basics. We're going to start from ABC. And you're going to learn each and every piece of information about end of this course. At least you can say that minimum 2 to 3 years of experience, knowledge, you're going to get it. Okay, let me first introduce you what is an ABAP. Like ABAP is nothing but a programming language. What is a programming languages? We have a programming languages. For example, everybody knows like mother of the programming language or father of the programming language. We call it's kind of C, right? C we call it's like a mother of the programming language for everyone. So if you're from IT field, or like and if you're from IT background, or you learned about like BTech, computers, MCA, BCA, this kind of qualification you have, it's a very basic requirement you to complete the C programming subject in your college or education, right? So we have other programming languages like Java, .NET, SQL, etc., etc., right? So these are the programming language. Similarly, ABAP is also a programming language. Okay, so what is an ABAP? ABAP is nothing but we call it is a advanced business application programming by SAP. I don't want to call it as a standby. I can say it is a SAP product. So ABAP stands for A stands for advanced, B stands for business, A stands for application, P stands for programming. Advanced Business Application Programming Language. And it is designed and developed by SAP company, right? Everybody knows SAP. But in case if you don't know what is an SAP, what is SAP, right? SAP is nothing but we can call SAP stands for first. SAP stands for systems, applications, and products in data processing. That is a full form of SAP, but it is a company, just like Microsoft. Everybody knows Microsoft, right? Microsoft, nothing but your Windows system who designed and developed. It's a company called Microsoft. So similarly, SAP is a company who designed ABAP application programming language. Is SAP designed only this particular programming language? Any other products is designed? So before start learning into ABAP, we need to know first why SAP designed this particular language and what is the purpose of it. If you understand this one, then it will be easy for us to understand what is the purpose of this particular programming language, right? Okay, let's get into first what SAP is. What is SAP? why companies required SAP. SAP is nothing but a company. It designed a couple of products, okay, designed a couple of applications, I can say designed a couple of softwares. So what are the software it has been designed? Let's get into that. We'll learn about these things a little bit more detail. For example, let's say you want to start a business. Let's say you want to start a company. Like for example, I want to start a bank. I have a lot of money. I want to start a company or I want to start a bank. So if you want to start a bank, what do you need? What we require to start a bank business? First thing is we need money, right? Next, we need people, right? Then we need plan. This is a basic requirement for any business if you want to start, not only bank. Let's say if you want to start a car manufacturing company, you need a money, you need a people, you need a plan, and we also required infrastructure. Infrastructure. What is the infrastructure? Infrastructure, I can say that factory or office, or I can say furniture. These are all falls under infrastructure. Okay, so this is a basic requirement to start any kind of business, right? Okay, let's say that I have a money, I have a people, I have a plan. So what is a plan here? A plan is nothing but what do you want to do in 3 months? What do you want to do in 6 months? What do you want to do in 12 months? That's a plan, right? We cannot blindly start a investment into your company, right? If you want to start a company, you need to have some clarifications, or I can say that you need to have some expectation. That is nothing but a profit. Oh, 3 months, I need to earn at least a 10 lakhs. 6 months, 20 lakhs. 12 months, I can say 50 lakhs. This is my target. This is my goal. If you do not have this kind of goal, there is no use of starting any business. Anybody, you can take into anyone. Why anyone start a business? To get a profits. As simple as that. Let's go to a tea shop. If anybody wants to start a tea shop, then what do you think that end of the month, end of the day is expecting some profit? Similarly, this is also, excuse me, can you please go on a mute? Everyone requesting go on a mute. Thank you. So this is a proper information or basic requirement for to start any business. Okay, let's say I have a money. Then what I need to do with the money? First, I'm going to invest this money into my company. For example, let's say I'm going to invest this into, let's say, 1 million rupees. What is a 1 million rupees? 1 million is nothing but 10 lakhs. Okay. So I invested 10 lakhs. Then I recruited people also. What are the people? Let's say I need HR, human resource requirement. I need sales people. I need marketing people. I need IT people. These are all the employees I require, right? So now, if I want to start like running this business, I need a customers also. So where I'm going to store all this information? Store where? All the data, all the information about the customers, employees, money, how much money I'm spending, how many items I'm purchasing, how much I spent to purchase the furniture, computers, tables, internet. I'm paying for like everyday whatever the expenses I have in my bank. So I need to track down, monitor all this information, right? For that, I need a software. All right. So my business required a software to run the business successfully without any confusion or without missing any piece of information. Otherwise, we're going to lose or we're going to end up with the biggest loss, right? For example, let's say how much money you're spending and everything, money related. I need a software to manage my company accounts. Accounts is nothing but how much you're debiting, how much you're spending, how much you're getting, debit and credit, right? And all the employees, how many employees are working, how much salaries we are paying to them, and what is their experience, and which employee is working in which IT field, which department. If you want to get all this information, I need a software to manage my employees. That is a HR related software. The planning is nothing but we can also call it as a forecast. I need to have a planning application also, the forecasting. 3 months, I'm going to get a 10 lakhs profit. How? I need to like sell 100 credit cards. I need to give 1,000 home loans, 500 personal loans, 2,000 auto loans. This is a target for any banks. Why you get so many calls in your personal mobile? Sir, my bank is giving a credit card to you. Do you want to take it? Sir, we provide a personal loan. Sir, we provide a gold loan. Sir, we provide auto loans. We get all the customer, you can say marketing calls, right? That banks are calling you. So that is a forecast, what the plan they have to sell in next 3 months or 6 months. So that to manage all this information, they require a software. This is a bank business. Very good. Okay, we'll come to that software, what kind of software it is required. Let's say, for example, I want to start any manufacturing company. Let's say Apple company. What Apple company will do? Apple company will manufacture phones, iPad, computers, or PC or laptop, all electronic other goods. They manufacture a lot of products. Okay, let's say that Apple company, if you want to start a company just like an Apple, okay, for example, let's take, they manufactured iPhone 14, the latest, for example, let's say we don't have a 14, let's say we have a 14 in the market. So 14 is whenever they introduce any new iPhone, immediately it will be sold out. It's a huge demand worldwide, right? And in India, they will be giving this to wholesalers or retailers. For example, let's say they will give it to, we have in India, Sangeet Mobiles, we have a Big C, etc., right? These are all the retailers. So these guys will get all the products, or I can say stock from Apple, or I can say from Samsung, all the mobile companies, they will sell it to the customers. For example, let's say this person, this particular, let's say Big C. Big C is one of the retailer. Right now, Big 14 is a very huge demand. Big C got so many orders from the customers. Sir, do you have iPhone? So then Big C decided that it's out of stock. They want to contact to the Apple companies. To whom they will contact first? They will contact to the sales department. They're going to ask you, hey, we are getting like a 1,000 orders, new iPhone. Do you have a stock available? Can you please send it to us? They're going to contact to the sales department. The sales department immediately going to contact to the inventory department. There is inventory. Inventory is nothing but stock. They're going to ask you, hey, we got a sales order from Big C customer. They're requesting 1,000 mobile phones. Do you have available in the stock? Then inventory is going to check that their stock. They say that, hey, we don't have the stock available. Then immediately the they're going to contact back to the sales department. Sales department will contact back to the customer saying that, sir, we are running out of stock, but give us like a 10 to 15 days of time. We're going to manufacture and sending to you. They will take the order from the Big C. They're going to send this information to the inventory, asking them to start manufacturing. Then inventory department is going to immediately going to contact to the factory. They say that we got a stock. Okay, then start manufacturing 1,000 mobile units. Then immediately factory, whatever the factory people, they're going to contact the finance department. Finance department, they say that, hey, we got a stock, we got an order for 1,000 mobile phones, so we need to purchase the raw material. So can you please assign can you please assign all these raw materials, or please provide the money for us to buy these raw materials? Immediately what the factory people or finance people are going to do, that one, they're going to contact the Vendors. Who's the vendors? Vendors will supply the raw material. What is a raw material? Raw material is nothing but Apple phone or any companies like a Samsung, I can say, I don't know how many phones the other companies you have in India. So all these companies, what they do is they don't manufacture everything. They buy the screen from one vendor, they buy the batteries from one vendor, they buy the cables from one vendor, right? They collect all these raw materials, then they will manufacture, assemble all these things and make a phone. So these are all the people called raw material suppliers. All the suppliers mostly from China, right? So vendor will supply these raw materials to the factory people, right? Immediately factory people say, hey, we received the raw materials, but we do not have enough. We do not have enough. I can say that whatever the uh, uh, resources or labor, then they're going to contact to the HR department. They say that we need at least 3 to 4 additional labors. Please provide the additional labors to us. HR department will start resourcing the employees. Then they're going to assign these employees to the factory, right? They manufacture this 1,000 mobile phones. Immediately they're going to inform to the inventory section. Inventory section, we're going to inform to the immediately to the sales department. Hey, your order is ready. Sales department immediately going to inform to the customer. Says that, sir, your order is ready. They will dispatch it. But remember one thing. You see that in this particular company called Apple, we have sales department, inventory department, I can say material management, and we have a factory that is nothing but, we can say that like a plant or labor, we can say that this is a department, finance department, HR department. So many departments are involved in this. So every company required, any manufacturing company may require all these departments used to work together. And not only in all these departments belongs to inside the company, but not only inside the company. Certain times, if you want to run the business, we need to connect outside of the company people. Who is the outside of the company people here? Vendor is outside of the company. We are connecting the vendors to get the raw materials. These guys are suppliers, right? So internal and external people together working here and to run this business successfully, right? Okay, now I have a question. So I want to find out how many sales they made in the month of May, how many sales they made in month of June till 20th. How do we get this information? I need to contact the sales department. I'm going to contact the sales department. Hey, can you please let me know how many sales you made in the month of May and June 20th? Then sales department need to go and check that how many sales they made. They need to store all this information or track down all this information, right? They need one software that is nothing but SD, sales and distribution software. Then inventory department, how much stock you're receiving? For example, vendors are supplying the stock. They need to note down how much raw materials they're receiving. Let's say 10 raw materials. They're selling 1,000 phones. They need to maintain the inventory, like incoming stock, outgoing stock. They need one software to manage all these things. That is a material management. The plant maintenance, how many people are working, how many products they're like manufacturing, how many people are working per shift. All this information they need to maintain. That is called plant maintenance, PM. And not only that, for example, let's say how much money our company invested, how much money we are paying to the vendors, how much money we're receiving from the customers. That is completely finance department is taking care of it, right? So to manage all these incoming and outgoing money related information, we need one software called SAP FICO, Financial and Controlling. And I want to know that how many people are working in sales department, inventory, factory, finance department. All this information is going to manage by HR department. So we need one software to manage all your employees. That is going to be HCM, Human Capital Management, or HR software. We need one software, right? Let's go back to the like old vintage age. Like, if you don't have a computers, let's go back to 100 years back. We don't have a computers at the time, but still we were running the business at the time. How the people used to manage all these things without a computer, without a software? They used to manage in books, all this information, right? It's very difficult till they invented the computer. They used to manage all the books, all this information in the books. Accounts they were used to manage in the books. HR, how many employees, what is the salary, in the books, everything is in the books, right? So it's very difficult to manage all this information into many books. That's the reason software is going to make automate your business. So every department in company required one software. All these softwares will be connecting to each other. Like sales department will connect to material department connect to plant maintenance, and finance and HR. All these connecting interlinked. So this is called centralized place. That is called ERP. So ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Enterprise is nothing but a company. Resources are nothing but money, materials, people. All these things falls under resources. Planning is nothing but how do you want to run your business is a planning. So ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. It's nothing but how effectively you want to utilize your resources in your company is nothing but a plan. How effectively you want to utilize your resources in your company is nothing but a plan. That is a plan how we need to do that one. So what is a ERP here? ERP is nothing but a package or nothing but a group of products. So it is not a single product. ERP contains sales and distribution, it contains material management, it contains human resources, HR, it contains supply chain management, SCM, it contains financial, FICO, FICO, and all these things part into ERP. That is nothing but a package. We also call it is a centralized enterprise management system. Enterprise management system. It's one centralized place where all your data comes and stores here. All SD will store here, data will store here, PM, FICO, HR, all the data gets stored here. So what is the use of storing all this information into one place? Anybody wants, for example, let's say inventory wants to find out how many sales we made. We can connect here and find out. If I don't have this particular centralized enterprise management system, then if inventory wants to find out how many sales we made, they need to contact to the sales department. What in case if the sales department is not available? They need to wait. There is a dependency. So if you have a dependency, it is very difficult to run the business, that too into 2022, right? In this new generation, it is very difficult. Any company, if you do not have a technology in hand, if you have a dependency, there is a latency, there is a delay. If there is a delay, you lose the customer, right? So this is a ERP. So why we are learning ERP here? Sir, you told me this is a ABAP class. Then why are you teaching me ERP? ERP is nothing but enterprise resource planning. We built all these application in ABAP. Now did you get why we are teaching ABAP in why we are teaching ERP in ABAP class? So SAP is created all these modules. We also call it is applications or modules. All these modules, we call it is a falls under ERP. ERP is nothing but enterprise resource planning. It is a one package or group of products. All these products has been designed and developed by using a programming language called ABAP. And remember one thing, SAP has around SAP has around 75% of market worldwide. They have a 75% customers worldwide, comparing with any other ERP package. Is SAP only created ERP? No, a lot of other companies also created ERP. Microsoft created ERP, Oracle created ERP, JD Edwards created ERP. These are all the companies. So there are a lot of competitors for SAP, but all these competitors has a 25% market. SAP has a 75% market worldwide. Now you can understand how famous SAP is, how powerful SAP is. Go to any company in the world, there will be SAP software. Any company you take it. Okay, manufacturing company, you take automobiles, car manufacturing, you can take it like a Toyota, you can take it like, for example, Honda, you can take it like a Tesla, whatever the companies, BMW, Range Rover, whatever you take it, all the manufacturing companies, they require SAP. And you can take it any kind of a hospital management, they require SAP. They can take it up any kind of healthcare manufacturing companies, they require SAP. Without SAP, there won't be any more companies, because how powerful it is, how flexible it is. Now the question is, why every company is buying SAP, not all this product? Why they have only 25%? Why this guy has 75%? The reason, because SAP did a lot of research in every business, automobile, IT companies, manufacturing companies, I can say healthcare companies, any company, they did a research on this, how they are running automobiles, how they are running IT, how they're running manufacturing companies or healthcare companies, what is the requirement, what kind of software they needed. So they built according to the business. That's the reason it is a very powerful. So it is more easy for any companies to use this SAP software. And not only that, they come up with a lot of predefined predefined structure. What does it mean? Once you buy the software, you can start using it. You don't need to again build inside according to your business, right? They created everything for you inside the package, inside the software. Only like, I can say 5 to 10% customization required. Sometimes whatever they provide, all the features in the predefined is nothing but ready-made. Another word in English, it is a ready-made. I'm writing with my mouse. Please forgive me with my handwriting. Okay. So it's a ready-made. So since they're providing all the features, whatever is required for your business. Sometimes we don't find certain features. Then you can go ahead and build. They're still giving option to you, build or create. But 5 to 10% only sometimes we need to create. Most of the times, the predefined or ready-made features are going to help us to run our business. That is how it is going to help us. Okay, so now you said all these things. How many modules we have in SAP? In SAP, we have a more than 50 plus modules now. Earlier it was 40, but still they're creating so many new. But one thing we need to understand, SAP, they categorize this model into two different categories. One is called functional modules, other one technical modules. Let's start talking about what is a functional module. Functional module is nothing but HR, sales and distribution, material management, FICO, I can say plant maintenance, quality management, etc., etc. We have a lot of things. Okay, then we have one more called technical modules. technical modules. Okay, in technical modules, what are the things are there? What are the applications are there? Basis. Okay, then security. Then we can say ABAP, BW, HANA, right? And we have also a lot of other things. SAP Solution Manager. We also call it as a Solman, Solution Manager. Okay, now, sir, what is the difference in between these two? What is the difference in between functional modules and technical modules? Let's talk about these functional modules and technical modules. Let's say, for example, functional module. Sir, I want to learn HR. Can I learn HR? I don't have any experience. I'm a fresh college passed out, like I can say 2021 or 2022. Can I learn HR? The answer is yes. But there is a question. But answer is yes. Anyone can learn anything. But you need to have at least a basic knowledge what is a human resource. So there is a knowledge is required. That knowledge we also call with another word called domain experience or knowledge. Sir, I want to learn sales and distribution. Can I learn? Answer is yes. All of things is yes, but the same thing is this. Sir, why we need a domain experience or domain knowledge? Let's talk about sales and distribution. Sales and distribution is nothing but selling something. Let's go to a car showroom. I want to buy a car. I'll go to a showroom. Let's say I want to buy, I'm not sure let's say latest one I heard in India, Duster. I can say, I want to buy a Duster car. Who is the manufacturer? I don't know. I want to buy a Duster car. I'll go to a showroom. Immediately, what happens whenever you enter to the showroom? A sales representative reach to you. He's going to ask you, sir, how may I help you, sir? Boss, I want to buy a Duster. Can you please help me with this? What is the cost and what is the features and what would be a on the road price, right? So immediately the sales representative is going to give us all this information to you. Whatever the information you're expecting, they say, sir, this is like 2021 model or 2022 model, and so like they're going to provide the information about model, features, price, all this information. I liked very much about this particular car. Then immediately I'm going to say that, hey, I like this car. I want to buy it right away. Let's say this guy has told me that it is going to be a 10 lakhs rupees. Okay. He said sir, it is a 10 lakhs. Okay. Immediately I'll say, hey, I like this car. I'll pay you 10 lakhs. I want this car right away. I want to take home immediately. Do you think that guy is going to give you the car immediately? Can I get an answer, yes or no? Very quickly, everyone.
No.
Why?
So if you want to buy a car, we have to give order first.
Very good.
So
Okay.
then they will give it.
Okay. Why we need to give an order for them?
So for example, in a showroom, we have so many customers. So if you order only they will manufacture.
Oh, they will manufacture. Let's say, for example, there is a stock available. I have a stock. Now, do they give the car immediately?
Maybe.
Maybe yes or no, right? Anyone else?
Yeah.
Anyone else can answer quickly?
I think they have some formalities.
What kind of formalities? That's very close to
Like-
answer. You're very close. Okay. So though you very good.
They need to with the factory.
They need to what?
Check with factory or plant
Okay. For what?
if the stock is available or not.
Stock is available. Yes. You can see here. I have I can say 50 cars available in the I can say warehouse or go down, whatever you call it. I have 50 cars. Do I give it to him immediately? Okay. The answer is no. Though I have a
quality.
Yeah, thank you. Let me explain to you. The answer is going to be the no. Why? Though I have a stock available 50 cards, I cannot give it to him when he pays the cash or check or anything immediately to me. Why? Because there is a process involved to release the car from the warehouse. I cannot go and get the car immediately from the warehouse. First thing is they need to raise sales order. Okay, sales order, they need to create this one. Who is buying this guy and what is his name? What is his details? They need to raise it. They need to send this for approval. Approval from the showroom owners. Then showroom owner look at all these things. He will look at the stock and everything. He will say approve. Then they process it. They'll create a purchase order. Then they do lot of this is a process involved. It will take at least, if it is a really urgency or emergency, then they will take at least a minimum 3 to 5 days of time. 3 to 5 days. Worst case, I can say 3 days. They will take it. If it is really urgent, this guy has a lot of influence, is like I can say MLA or MP or whoever it is, then they will say at least we need a 1 or 2 days of time, sir, because we need to do a lot of these things. Okay, so what does it mean? There is a process involved in this. This process is clearly known by this sales representative, because this guy is working in this business, in this field for so many years or so many months. He knows that how to sell a car and what is a process of procedure. That is called domain knowledge, right? Or domain experience. You don't have experience, at least you need to know the knowledge. But if there is any new person joins in a car showroom, do you think he's going to directly deal with the customer? No, we're going to connect with him with a senior person. This is a senior sales representative, a junior sales representative. The junior guy will connect to the senior guy. Junior guy never talk to the customers because he's learning. He doesn't have a knowledge. He's following this guy, senior guy will connect to the customer and communicate with the customer. So that is called domain knowledge. Material management, how much stock is available, what is a in stock, what is a out stock, what is a balance. We need a warehouse management knowledge. FICO, financial, it's a huge subject. What is a debit? What is a credit? What is an invoice? What is a receipt? What is a credit note? Anybody knows what is a credit note? No. Why? We need to know all these things only when you're working into the account section, or if you studied in the accounts, right? That is called knowledge or experience. So bottom of the line, we can learn the function modules. If you are very much interested, at least you need to know the basic knowledge, or if you have an experience, you can learn these things. Coming back to technical modules. Sir, I want to learn a basis. I'm a fresh college passed out. Can I learn? Answer is yes. Sir, do I need any domain knowledge for this? The answer is no. Basis is nothing but system administration, installation of software and configuration of software, connecting the systems, connecting the network. These are all the bases they're going to teach you in the training. We don't need any domain knowledge or experience. You can learn security, how we can establish the security in your organization in between the software. You can learn. Do you need any domain knowledge? No. ABAP, programming language, can I learn? Yes. Sir, do I need any domain knowledge for this? No, it's a programming language. BW, it's a business warehousing system. Can I learn? Yes. Do I need anything? No. HANA, database system. Answer is yes. Domain knowledge? No. So what does it mean? Basically, technical module doesn't require any domain knowledge. Anybody can learn the technical modules, and you can start picking up this with a zero knowledge, without any experience. But when you come to the functional modules, definitely it is required. Why they're calling it is a functional module? All these modules, what is a module first? Module is nothing but application or software or tool. You can call with any name, but SAP calls it as a modules. Okay, why they call it is a functional module? All these modules are going to help your business functional properly. To function your business, function is nothing but running your business. We need all these application. HR, entire employees will management will be done in HR. Sales and distribution, entire your company. Let's take Amazon. What Amazon will do every day? Selling, 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 selling. How many product they're selling? Millions of product they're selling per day. They need a software. Sales and distribution. Material management. Is Amazon is manufacturing all the products whatever they're selling? No. Vendors or sellers registering with Amazon, selling their product through the Amazon. So Amazon receiving the warehouses, Amazon fulfillment centers receiving millions of products into their godowns every day. That is a material management. Amazon selling the materials and receiving the money. They're receiving the money, right? How they manage all the money? They're receiving billions of dollars. That is, they need a software, FICO. Plant maintenance. Amazon also manufacturing their own products. It says that Amazon own products, right? So they need a plant, factory, quality management. In factory, whatever the product they manufacture, they check the quality. So all these applications are helping to function your business properly. That's the reason we call it is a functional modules. All right. So now the star of the day is ABAP. We learn all the story or history why we're learning ABAP now. So ABAP is falls under technical module. And one more thing I want to tell you, certain institutes or somebody will be teaching, there is also techno functional module. Techno functional modules. If you ask me, we don't have such a modules call it. The guy who is working as a ABAPer, he learned all these things. We call him as a techno functional. That's it. Techno functional consultant, we call them. We don't have a such kind of a modules called techno functional, right? But few people will tell same thing. And one more thing, we call it is a ABAP, advanced business application programming language. It is designed by SAP. All these modules, technical and functional, is designed by using ABAP programming language. Now you got how powerful it is. Any company using SAP, they need ABAPers. Any company in the world. Go ahead. That is how the market is there for ABAPer. It is an evergreen job and the salaries also will be very high level, even for the freshers also, fresh fast out, if you have a knowledge in ABAP. Let's get into this one. So what kind of jobs you will get if you learn the ABAPer? You're going to get as a ABAPer. We call them as ABAPers. ABAPer, we can also as a programmer or developer. This is jobs we have. Okay. So to learn this ABAP, do we need to have any previous knowledge? Answer is no. Why? Because you're going to learn here from ABC, from the scratch. We're going to learn it. So what is required to learn this one? At least what is a basic knowledge? You need to know what is a computer and what is a program. If you know what is a program, that is enough. And we're going to teach that how to write the program and what is required to write the program and everything. Okay, so now what kind of companies will take ABAPers? Okay, let's get into companies and jobs. SAP jobs, I don't know about other jobs. When you talk about SAP, because I'm into SAP for the last 20 years. So SAP jobs, especially if you take it, you have a direct jobs and contract. If you talk about like, before 2000, used to say that there were 95% of direct jobs and 5% of contract jobs in early before 2000. After 2000 or 2000, I can say, let's take it 2010. 2010, I can say maximum 10% of direct jobs, 90% of contract jobs. Okay, what is a direct job and contract job? Direct job is nothing but directly company is going to offer you a job. For example, let's say you're going to work, for example, BMW, Samsung, Apple. We have an Apple, big company in California. There are a lot of SAP jobs in Apple. Okay, so this is like, directly Apple calls you and conduct the interview. They're going to say it's a direct job. We also call it a full-time employee, full-time job. That is a direct jobs. You will be employee of Apple. And what is a contract? It is a very trending right now. The contract is nothing but all these companies, they don't want to take a responsibility of certain positions. So they will contract it. For example, let's say there is a project. The project is required at least 12 months. After 12 months, the project will get over. Then they will recruit the people on contract basis only for 12 months, or I can say maximum will be like 2 years. Some projects will be more than 2 years, but minimum will be 6 months. So these are all the contract jobs. I'm not sure about in India, but in the US, contract jobs are huge demand because every SAP project will work as a based on the project wise. So it will be any project we start implementing, it goes for 12 months development and to production level, or at least like a 2 years if it is a big project. If it is only like mid of the project, somebody left the company that started already project 6 months back or like 1 year back, then they will be like a 6 months duration only. So this kind of jobs we call it is as a contract jobs. So this contract jobs is a 90% right now. Okay, so there is a huge number of projects are going on everywhere. So they need resources. They start looking for the resources. Then based on that, the positions they will be offering like a contract or direct. This is especially in a SAP field. Okay, but in the US, what happens is it is a more demanding. We'll get more contract-based jobs only, very less direct jobs or full-time jobs. Okay, the reason because the full-time jobs salary will be less and there will be benefits. Benefits nothing but insurance and the retirement plan and all this stuff. In contract jobs, the rate will be very high. We call it is a hourly basis. Contractors, they pay hourly rate. Hourly they'll pay at least like a minimum $50 minimum. It goes depends on $100 per hour. Okay, that's a huge money. All right, so this is a jobs availability. Okay, now sir, how it will be like a real time roles and responsibility? Nobody is going to teach you real time. Everybody will say we teach you real time in especially for training institutes. I can say in a Hyderabad because I used to give a trainings in Hyderabad very long back. Let's talk about real time. What is a real time exactly? If you go and ask any institute, they don't give you a proper answer for this. Real time is nothing but what happens in project every day. That is the real time concepts every day. Okay, first thing you need to understand, in this course you're going to get a real time concept on day-to-day daily basis. Whenever it is required, I'll say, hey, this is what happens in real time. This is what we're going to like do like this. This is what we follow it. This is what we're going to talk or teach in a this particular course. You're going to get at least minimum 30% knowledge in real time. If you have this knowledge, the people will feel that you are a experienced person. For example, you completed this course. Like let's take from other additional institutes. Okay, you completed this course and you got a job. Let's say by luckily you cleared the interview also. You got a job. Okay, you join in a company. Let's say July 1st July, you join in a company. as ABAPer. Now tell me what you'll do. Anyone? What you do in the first day? Day one.
Induction down.
Okay. What is that? Induction. Okay. Okay. Introduction. What else? Quickly.
They need to add the systems like quality, production, and development.
What is that?
Add the systems.
What systems is that? What is the
Is
purpose of
it
the systems?
development system, quality system, and
Sir,
production
your
system?
voice is not audible.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
fine.
Okay. What is the systems? You said development system, quality system, and production system. Why we need these systems?
It's to write the code or in development.
Okay. What else? Okay, let's move to the next topic. Okay, so introduction systems. What else? Come on, guys. Let it be interactive. Let's imagine yourself. You got a job, and first day, what you'll do? You have you're going with a 2 years experience. You mentioned that you have a 2 years experience. 2 years experience, you should not think this much, right? We need to think very fast. You already done 2 years. This is your second job. What you do in a day one? Right? This is what we're going to learn in this course. So we don't have a clarity what we'll do. When you mention this 2 years, you need to show that you are an experienced person. You need to act quickly. If you don't act quickly, right now I can tell this, like, for example, I'm there in the company, and if you're not active like this, immediately they say that this guy doesn't have experience. People will call it a fake experience, right? So the first day in the job, what you need to do is, first you need to meet your manager. There will be project manager. This guy is going to help you. First thing is going to, before you join, he will start creating account for you. That information you need to get it. What is accounts? Email account and SAP accounts. This is a two important. And they're going to provide you laptop. Okay. What is the email account? The company email account. We know to receive and send the mail. What is SAP accounts? SAP account is nothing but username and password for SAP systems. As you said that there will be SAP systems. We call it is a system landscape. First thing is you need to ask what is, they're going to ask in interview also. What is a system landscape? A system landscape is nothing but how many systems we are using in project. That is a system landscape. Basically, there will be three systems: development, quality, and prod. These are the three system standard. Any project, and there are certain projects, there will be some one additional system that is called pre-prod, pre-production system, we call it. Okay, so this is a very rare. In my 20 years, I can see that only 2 companies used pre-prod. Most of the companies will have dev quality systems, production system. It is very important. So they're going to create your SAP accounts. We're talking about SAP accounts, right? They're going to create a development account, quality account, production account. You're going to get 3 systems: username, password, username, password, username, password. And that is what you need to first get this information. Step 2, install all applications what is required. You need to install Outlook, your mailing software. You need to install SAP GUI, graphical user interface. This is where exactly you're going to configure development system, quality system, production system. This is a place where you're going to configure all these things. Now the question is, why we need these three systems, right? Development system is nothing but this is a place where you're going to write your code. Why we need to write only in the development system? Because development system, you have read and write access and delete also. You can delete, you can read, you can write anything. Okay, after writing, then what you'll do? Okay, let's take this example. Development system, quality system, production system. Okay, I'm sorry, production system. Okay, here you're going to write the code here. After writing, for example, let's say you written one program, it is running perfectly fine. Then you need to move this to quality system. That movement is nothing but we call that transportation. Transportation. Transporting from development system to quality system. That is what we need to do it. Just give me 1 second, guys. My bird is making a lot of noise. 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So once you transfer from development system to the quality system, the program, we're going to test it here, whether it is running without any errors. The testing is a big process. Believe me that. We need to have a test scripts. We need to run according to the test scripts. There will be two types of testings: technical testing, functional testing. Technical testing will be done by ABAP. Whoever develop the code, he will do the technical. Functional testing, whoever has given the requirement. Certain times, business, we call it a business people. We call business most of the time. And people also call end user. They will do a functional testing. These guys the provided the requirement, whether my requirements are matching or not. Once they say it's a past, it will be transported from quality system to production system. This is a place where every user connected in your company, all the employees connected to the production system. So these employees doesn't know what is happening in the development system or quality system because they don't have access. They have access to only production system to run this program. Very simple. Okay, let's talk about YouTube. Everybody knows YouTube, right? YouTube, they'll be keep introducing a new features every day. If you remember, we got recently shorts, YouTube shorts, right? 1 year back, they introduced. So these shorts, till they announce, we don't know what is a shorts. So they were developing in the development system. We are all the people connected YouTube in the production system. All entire the world connected to the YouTube, that is a production system. Whatever they're developing in the back end, we don't know what they're developing. Once they develop, they will be sending to quality to product, and then people will start using that. Similarly, every software company, whatever the product they develop in the development system. So in this course, we're going to learn about how we do transport this to quality system, and what is the testing, what is the technical testing, what is the functional testing, what is the documents required here, and how we can like promote to prod. Nothing but moving to transporting to prod, there is a big process here. We call it is a CCB, change control board meeting, happens Every company, software development company, once in a week, we need to present what do you want to transport. We cannot transport directly here. We need to get approval here to transport from quality to prod. That process we're going to learn. Nobody is going to teach you in anywhere in India or go to Hyderabad. No institutes will teach you what is a CCB. Otherwise, you can go and ask, attend any demos, other institutes, sir, what is a CCB? Ask them, what is the process in CCB? That has to come with the real-time experience. If the trainer has a real-time experience, they're working right now. I'm working every day. I know what is a CCB because with that is how we'll present every day, right? So this is going to help you tomorrow. For example, you join in a company. Let's say after 5 days, they gave you work. They ask you to design a program. You written all the ABAP code. You're very good in the codes. You learned very nicely and very hardworking. You've done codes very well, successfully completed. You written the program. If you don't know this transportation, moving from development to quality, quality to prod, in the prod, suddenly they say that you move to quality, you tested. Then can you go and ask your manager, sir, I done the quality testing, what I need to do next? Whenever you say 2 years experience, can I ask like that? Manager is going to ask immediately, don't you know how to promote to prod? No, sir, I don't know. Don't you know what is a change controlling board or change management board? Then if you say, I don't know, then you never did all these things. So you don't have experience. You need to know. It doesn't mean that you simply completing the course, getting a job, you cannot survive. Remember, guys, one thing. Getting a job is easy, but surviving in the job is very difficult. If you survive in the job, then only you will get the experience. You can get the job with the reference. By luckily you clear all the interview, let it be anywhere. But if you cannot survive within at least a week or 10 days of time, you're going to lose the job. They will identify this guy doesn't have any experience. We have to be very careful. We need to survive in the job after getting that. That is an important thing. Not getting a job is important. Okay, so we need to know every step, how we can promote it, and what is a process to promote it, and what is a CCP change controlment board, what they do it, and after promoting what I need to do. Then what is after promoting, we call hypercare. What is this? We call production support. What is this? If you don't know this, nobody can stay in the job after getting at least a 1 month, right? Anybody can write the code. If you learn, anybody learn ABAP program, they can write the code. Writing a code or writing a learning a subject is not only 50%. I can say learning subject is a 50%. 50% you need to have a real-time experience, real-time knowledge. Real-time knowledge. This is subject. That's two you're going to get in this course. All right. So this is an introduction to your first class into ABAP. Okay. Now the next question and the major important is going to be duration of this course is going to be 40 hours. Fees is going to be 15K. And you're going to get server to practice 2 months. You get a server access for 2 months to practice or write your program. This is a course duration, fees related information. Yeah, now you can go and ask me whatever the questions you have.